To get the dealer's cost, the list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates, click on the Car Cost Canada tab at any time during the video. Welcome to Puebla, Mexico. This is the second largest factory for Volkswagens anywhere in the world. They make about 2,300 Volkswagens every single day, from the Golf to the Tiguan and the Volkswagen Beetle. This is the final run for Beetle, so let's go in the factory, have a look around, and we'll tell you all about the final Wolfsburg edition. The Puebla, Mexico plant opened in 1964 to make the original air-cooled Beetle. It has since grown to be the second biggest factory worldwide for Volkswagen, second only to the home Wolfsburg plant in Germany. Puebla pumps out roughly 2,300 cars a day. They include the Golf line, Jetta, Tiguan, and it's the only plant worldwide that makes the Beetle. Since just over 200 cars a day are Beetles, the decision was made to make the factory capable of making more of what people buy, utility vehicles. So after the 2019 model year, Beetle production will end. The good news is that more of the other cars will be available. It doesn't take long when you arrive in Puebla to realize that the Beetle has a strong connection to this part of Mexico. You don't have to wait long to see some of the older cars on the road. For 2019, Volkswagen Canada has decided to take a different approach to the final Beetle compared to the United States. In the US, it's called Beetle Final Edition, which is a high-spec car at the top of the range. In Canada, the Beetle will be called a Wolfsburg Edition, similar to other cars in the past. This will be opposite to the US. It's a value proposition. The Wolfsburg cars will be sold as a coupe and a cabriolet and very nicely equipped. Sold in Safari Uni and Stonewash Blue, similar to the final air-cooled cars made here in Mexico. These will be joining the already popular black, white, and gray colors. One thing to note, the Dune convertible and coupe will still be sold for the 2019 model year. The cars with the Wolfsburg name really are the celebratory cars to mark the end of the production run. They are sold with 17-inch alloy wheels or optional 18-inch wheels with white accents plus chrome touches. The interior gets a leather-wrapped steering wheel, aluminum pedals, with a safari beige dash pad and rhombus cloth seats. As mentioned, in Canada, the Wolfsburg cars are nicely equipped. You get standard navigation with a 6.3-inch display audio system, and it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get keyless entry and a push-button start, plus automatic climate control, heated front seats, satellite radio, and rain-sensing wipers. There's only one optional package on both the coupe and the cabriolet of the Wolfsburg edition, and it's just $1,750. That gets you those 18-inch wheels, xenon headlamps, LED tail lights, fog lights, and leather on the inside for just $1,750 more. That's a pretty cheap upgrade. So the plant tour is amazing. First of all, the best plant tour ever, because we got to ride in a converted Volkswagen Golf, three-row Volkswagen Golf with no roof. And the cars you saw in front of us were the Beetles. So typically when you go on a plant tour, you have to walk and schlep around. So that was very fun. And now we're out on the road in the last Beetle, 2019. And this is a car that has been, so iconic for so many people that they instantly know it. There's very few cars on the planet that have the recognition of the Beetle. The 911, of course, the hereditary cousin to the Beetle. Some other vehicles like Jeep Wrangler is automatically recognizable. But you see a Beetle, you absolutely know it. So yeah, it's quite a recognizable car. Now the interesting thing about the plant is they produce between 21 and 2,300 cars a day, but they only produce about 200 or so Beetles, which shows you how few of these cars are actually selling. So what do you get with a Beetle, whether it's the Dune or this last Wolfsburg edition? You get a 2-liter turbocharged or a TSI Volkswagen engine with 174 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque, which is different than the 2-liter that you get, say, in other Volkswagen products. And this is borrowed or shared with the Passat, and it's chosen for fuel economy and also to help reduce emissions. So that's why we have this car. And it's not a dual clutch. All of the Volkswagen Beetles sold in the final year, and actually the last few years, are 6-speed Tiptronics, not dual clutches. There have been different versions of the Beetle over the last few years. I remember driving this several years ago, and it had a torsion beam rear suspension. The good news is the coupe and the cabriolet both have independent rear suspension. Now, one thing that's curious to me is they've always said, well, we need to have everything built on the same platform so it can be made in the same factory. Well, they make the Tiguan, the Golf, and this Beetle all in the same factory, but this isn't on the MQB platform. It's quite interesting. So who is the Beetle for? The Beetle's for someone that wants to drive something different, basically. That's the number one reason you choose this car. There are better hatchbacks, absolutely. There are better coupes. There might even be better convertibles. But this is a car that you drive because you are attracted to the brand and you want to stand out from the crowd. Well, this is your last chance to do that. So Volkswagen has packaged up the Beetle for the final year. You get the Wolfsburg edition starting at $24,500 for the coupe, $28,500 for the cabriolet. And then there's the style package, which is just $1,750 more, which is pretty nicely packaged and a good price. The only other two models available in the Canadian market for the final year will be the Dune Coupe and the Dune Convertible. So this is it for the final year of the gasoline-powered Beetle, which begs the question, will there be another Beetle coming back? Well, Volkswagen is synonymous with the Beetle. This is the car that started it all off in the 1940s in Wolfsburg. If I was a betting man and going to Vegas, I'd put money down that a car that looks a lot like this, that's electrified, will be in our future. Let's see. Car Cost Canada provides the dealer cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. The link is in the description below.